And then come to start in a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Barkley is going to run around a bit, I'm afraid. In the case like this, you can either, you can bring your feet, soles of the feet to touch in a diamond shape, and you can actually move your heels further away. And in a case like this, it's quite nice to have either blocks or a pillow or towel just underneath the thighs or the hip area where it might be quite tight. And so this just gives you the ability to be in this pose for a little bit of time. We are going to warm up by finding our position, our comfort, a space like this. Make sure you're feeling good, that you have the support of props you can find. Sitting nice and tall, that just means don't push your chest out and try not to slouch into your back. Tucking into the pelvis a bit and just trying to keep the integrity of our spine as each of our spines is built in and the state of them. So not forcing into an unnatural position. You can place your hands, palms up on your knees. Keep your elbows loose and relaxed. Shoulders, draw them up to your ears and then slowly take them down. You can close your eyes, breathe in through your nose and exhale through your nose. Keep your eyes closed as we arrive on the mat, grounding ourselves into this practice. Allowing any thoughts and worries and concerns that do not serve us now, that there's nothing we can do about, to float through. But it's also absolutely normal to have the brain ticking over all the time. Don't put pressure on yourself, just acknowledge the buzz, the noise, and then focus on your breath, the rise and fall of the belly, keeping shoulders loose and down. Really focusing on big, full inhales, starting in the belly as if you're filling up a balloon. Draw the air all the way up through the chest as if you're drawing oxygen in all the way to the top of the head. Pause at the top and slowly exhale through the nose all the way down until all the air is out your belly. Another deep inhale, blowing the balloon belly, filling every part of the lungs, chest, and at the top pausing before we gently exhale through the nose. Continue to breathe in deep, full breaths. Take note of any discomfort you might be feeling in your hips, thighs, knees. If there's some pressure in your lower back, you can maybe place your hands just over your knees and just use that leverage to give some relaxation to your back as we start with our practice today to really develop our core. Keep your eyes closed, then bring your hands to heart center, thumbs pressing together into your solar plexus. Take a deep breath in through the nose and a nice exhale also through the nose. Gently lift your eyes, open them. Thank you for joining this practice with me today. Enjoy it. Don't put pressure on your body. Rather acknowledge your body and all that it is doing for you. It's the joy in that helps our practice develop and evolve into ways which we have no idea that we're able to. So, thank you. You can remove your props for now. Bring the knees together. I'm going to be facing you guys. So I might be moving to the sides around a little bit just to show you certain things that I might need to, and postures, etc. I want you to keep your mat long and stay in the same place. Don't follow every move I make. I will prompt you if that is necessary. For example, for now. So you stay where you are. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to extend our legs. And here, if you have a bolster or a pillow that's quite firm, you can, or a block, you can place it just underneath your sit bones and sort of sit right on the edge of it, because you still want to work the core. And it just gives a little bit of space between the hips and the knees, and it's quite nice. Welcome to do that. This pillow is a bit lumpy, so I'm not going to use that. Just think it might make things worse. And then make sure you've got your 2 blocks nearby also. So if you're seated, that's absolutely great. Then while you're still on your pillow, take your hands just behind your sit bones. Elbows are pulling in towards each other, shoulders down, and you're engaging your thighs. You can even, just to get used to it, put one of your blocks between your thighs and squeeze them. And then activate your feet, which really means toes point towards you and heels are pushing away. So we're going to do some joint clearing and opening up into our ankles. And so we will start by pointing and flexing the toes. And we'll do that a few times. If you want to move your hands next to you, that's also fine, and you can use your blocks if you need to remove it to have them both. That's fine. Inhale, toes towards you. Exhale, point. Inhale. Exhale, point. Really feel the movement into your ankle joints and what's activated as you move them back and forth, and be gentle on these joints. Awesome. Then come back to center, and then we're going to do circles to the right with our feet together, and then we'll do the reverse way around. Awesome. Come back to stillness. Take your feet out a little bit so that when you can put your toes, your big toes in to meet each other, and we'll go bigger circles out and in, keeping tummies engaged. Reverse. Awesome. Cool. Then come back together. Open the toes, squish toes. And breathing. Don't hold the breath. Inhale to open. Exhale to scrunch. Inhale, open as much as you can. And exhale, scrunch the toes. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, scrunch. Awesome. And then we're just going to point and flex a few more times. Awesome. I might say a few words quite a few times, like awesome and cool and that kind of thing. You can keep your blocks. I'm just moving mine for the sake of showing you. Still keeping your legs activated, glutes nice and firm, thighs engaged, toes flex towards you. And really, we're going to just either walk using our props to give us a little bit of height into a forward fold, but a forward fold where the emphasis is really trying to reach forward rather than bending from the mid back. You want your fold to fold from the middle so that your back is nice and long, and even if it's to here and your gaze is down your nose, you want a long back, really coming from here and just feeling a nice stretch. Cool. So Before we begin, we'll inhale, hands go up, exhale, hands to thighs. And either grabbing your blocks on either side of you, or if you're not going to use those, then we'll inhale, arms up, exhale, come down, pendulum from the hips, the waist. Only go as far as until you feel the stretch and the strengthening. You don't want to create too much pressure on the back, and you really don't want to pull muscles underneath. You can also definitely bend your knees, and if you want to bend them, you can grab your toes. It's whatever is in your body's mood today is what we want to do. So while you're in your pose, gaze down the nose, don't look at me, shoulders back. Just breathe in deeply into the belly, and then exhale to soften. And then slowly inhale, release your props, rise, lift the hands up above your head, exhale, hands onto the top of your thighs. Cool, very nice. From here, we're going to lift your knees and then gently swing. Again, you'll be doing this in the same position, along facing me. I'm just doing it so that you can see what I'm doing. From there, I want you to try and sit back on your heels. If you've got sore knees, you can either bend, just create a sort of extra level of padding into your mat. Use knee pads if you've got, or a towel or a blanket that's rolled up, and then just place the knees on that. And also, just to help with behind the knees, either place a block or a cushion, or block and a cushion. Find a comfortable way to use these things so that you can sit. Also, totally an option is come back into a seated position where your feet can be either in a comfortable cross leg position, or in a diamond shape. But try get to this eventually. Even if you sort of like that, that's absolutely fine. Okay, cool. But again, you can also use blocks just to help keep you up for a little while. Cool, so we like this. Again, shoulders up to the ears, softly roll them down, sweep arms up, exhale, hands come to thighs, stay in the position you're in, hand on thighs. As I turn, I'm going to inhale, bring your hands up in front of you, keeping them nice and into the shoulders. And then we're going to just do a few warm-ups into our wrists. Turn your palms face up, thumbs inside, wrap around the fingers, around your thumb, and then breathe in and out through the nose as we slowly move this joint into the shoulder, and then up and like this. Look like puppets. Last one, awesome. Now we can put our hands up, just like a stop sign. Use one hand just to gently pull back so that you're really getting a nice stretch into that part of the inner arm. Be gentle though, and then flip the fingers towards the ground. Soften the shoulders, tummy's engaged. Other side. And it is also quite a workout on the arms themselves. See, everything in yoga, one thing, so it's just stretching, guys. Awesome, and then flick each finger loudly. And then shake until your hands and arms are all the way out. Inhale, gently raise them up to the sky. Press palms together, hands to out center. From here, we're going to lean forward, come onto your hands, and I'll show you. You're going to gently do a tap into the tops of the feet, untuck your toes, and try and rest as much as you can, your weight as much as you can. Obviously, make sure that you have your props close, that you can also use them just in terms of movement, really stretching into the back of the toes and the soles of the feet, which I always find quite painful. And then forward, untuck, awesome. And actually, while you're on your knees, you can just give your feet like a up and down, very nice. Now take your knees wide to the width of the mat, and then we're going to walk our hands as far as long as we can, pushing down onto your sit bones towards your heels into child's pose. If you want to, you can put your hands like this to support your neck, or like this, or like this. Keeping your eyes closed if you want, breathing head down. Feel this might be some like tension or tightness in the hips, but focus on the lengthening and real stretching of your spine and each vertebra. Keeping your head down, your eyes facing downwards, bring your hands towards your knees and then bring your head up last. And from here, we're going to come to sit in a comfortable position, once again, on our bottoms. Please also use the props when and wherever needed. Cool. We'll just do a very simple inhale. Bring hands to meet above us. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sweep, palms facing up. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more. Inhale, reach your fingers. Exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. Now we're going to do an inhale, but we're going to twist to your right. So you're going to take your right hand behind you, place your left hand on your knee, and try not fall back. We really want to try and sit up straight and twist with your tummy and not the shoulders. So inhale and exhale. Gently twist, be very gentle. One more breath in the twist. Exhale, soften. Inhale, sweep the arms up and then twist. Exhale to twist to the other side. Very gentle. This is just warming up. And warming up is also exercising. So everything we're doing is stretching and strengthening and hopefully loosening up a few of our joints. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, hands down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Again, you can go to as comfortable as you can. Bring your feet as close as you can. And if clasping fingers around the toes, we're going to do butterfly flaps. So really using the inside of the thighs to bring your knees up. So you go inhale, and then if you want to start off just to release them. Inhale up, exhale, release. Do 15. You can speed them up if your hips are open. Oh, mine are clicking. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Cool. When you're finished, bring your legs, extend the legs, keep the toes long and in front of you. And then taking your right foot, place the heel as close into your near your groin as possible, and you can definitely use your props here again. Using both your hands, you're going to bring the left foot up towards you, really protecting your knee and the ankles. So try and keep the toes pointing towards the sky, and gently rock. Small circles, semicircles, into your left hip. It's eventually sort of like this, but for now, as we're just warming up the hips, I'm not sure where we're all at, so these are various options. Trying to keep your right knee and thigh and leg helping ground you. Awesome. Then just release and swap. Inhale, lift the foot, and when you have your position, really gently feel the sway, not forcing anything. Don't want to hurt knee or ankle or hip. Just slowly getting the movement in to this very critical joint. And then again, we can release, extend, let some tension get released. Awesome. And then bring your feet towards you, over to the side, and then we'll meet on all fours into a box shape. Again, you are welcome here to fold a mat or use protection for the knees. You want your knees to be stacked underneath your hips, more or less, and feet, as much, if you can have them flat on the tops of the feet, and then also your wrist can be underneath your shoulders as much as possible. But be gentle. If anything is sore, make some adjustments. Like, for example, you can use fists for your wrists, etc. We're going to do cat and cow spine stretches. So if you just want to watch me, basically you're going to breathe in, you're going to try and get your belly towards the mat, and then exhale, really curling into the spine. So we'll do a few rounds of those, gazing down, and again trying to keep your weight evenly distributed. Okay, take it just a simple deep inhale and exhale on your own. Then inhale, belly to mat, squeezing, sit bones up. Exhale, push the floor away from you, belly button to spine. Deep inhale, exhale, gentle, rolling movements. Inhale, exhale. Do 2 more rounds. Inhale, exhale, 1 more round. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. Push your hips towards your heels, and you can either make fists of your hands and rest your forehead on your hands or on the mat. Breathing into this pose is a little bit, well, it is quite, does restrict the space of breathing, but it's quite nice just to soothe. Next inhale, let's come back into the box shape, which is also really, really good for mobility, balance, strength, and yeah, stretching always. Now we're going to extend the right toes to the back of your mat. Try not to fall into the knee that's still bent, keeping the weight again nicely distributed. Cool. And then we're going to lift your leg, pointing the toes away from you, and then raise the opposite arm, so the left hand reaching forward. Inhale, then exhale. Bring your elbow to your knee to squeeze in. Breathe in, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, squeeze. 1 more. Inhale, squeeze. Beautiful. Put your hands and knees down. Awesome. Take the other leg back of the mat. Toes go up. Extend with the opposite arm. Inhale, exhale, squeeze elbow to knee. Inhale, exhale, squeeze as much as you can. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Breathe in, exhale, squeeze, and then release. Take your knees width apart, come to a child's pose, return to your breath. Awesome. Next inhale, slowly come back onto our lovely all fours, and then from there you're going to actually walk your hands as you roll all the way up so that we're higher on the knees. And we're going to do some stretching to the side, so make sure you have your props within reach. In fact, let's just grab some now if you want to do that. And so we'll breathe in, take your hands up, and then exhale, lower your left hand next to you, and then just reach up and over with the right. Don't sink into the one hip. Keeping open as much as possible, and your gaze can be down so that you don't strain your neck. Keeping the tummy in though, so many things. And then exhale, swap sides, reach up and over. It's a really nice side stretch. Engage the thighs, so imagine you're squeezing a block between them, and then come back.